Hey everybody. So today I've decided that I'm going to look at another Bibleman episode, and they really cranked up the crazy in this one. I don't know how else to put it. This episode, by the way, is I guess dedicated to The Cheater, a YouTube channel that recommended this to me. A few people that actually responded to one of my videos. He said I should do this one. I think he was trying to imply it was way crazier, and he was not kidding. Holy shit. I don't even know where to start with this video because it kind of jumps in. It's clear that this episode is much later in the series, and I think you're supposed to have seen a bunch of other episodes, but you guys got to realize I only ever watched like 2 or 3 of them as a kid, and that was when it was early on, and then I hadn't seen any of them after that, so this was definitely a jump. Unfortunately, they don't have the same guy, which was a little disappointing. I forget the name of the actor. He was in a few actual movies, but then he did Bibleman. We're looking at the episode called The Crushing Conspiracy of the Cheater. Whereas the last episode I said I don't think the stakes could be any lower, I was actually wrong. The stakes actually got lower. Instead of trying to sabotage a drug campaign or something, this one is about the evils of cheating at a Bible quiz. They haven't, what do they call it, the Bible Bowl? Yeah, a demon's helping kids cheat at the Bible Bowl. Well, anyway, we're jumping ahead. The episode starts out with some fight that is completely unrelated to what's going on. And by the way, I should explain, there's a bunch of new people in the show. They don't have coats anymore, which is sad. So no longer do we have a African warlord mixed with Lucas Cage. We've got some discount cyborg looking dude. But I mean, they do have a black guy at least. It seems like they almost just have one around. I mean, they got the new Bibleman, which is a younger guy, and he's like this dude who looks, in some scenes, looks like he's 20, and then in others, he looks like he's like 50. I don't know. He has this really effeminate voice, which was really distracting through the entire episode. Like, I could not get over how, and normally I don't like to say people have gay voices, but this dude had a really effeminate voice, and it had like this little southern drawl. I think they shot this episode in like somewhere in the Bible Belt, which would make sense, because there were a few people that had like southern accents, like this ginger kid, and it was really distracting. I don't know what's going on with that. Then they had I forget her name, Melody or something, but she looked like a chipmunk with a wig on. The episode starts out with a completely unrelated fight with these 2 speaker guys called the Weiner brothers or something, and they really do look like, I put it like this, I take notes when I do these episodes. Usually it's just kind of my train of thought or whatever's going on, So I put the speaker guys look like Elvis fused with a headset, and I was really bummed out about the original Bibleman not being there. These guys, I guess, are radio jockeys that are like playing whining complaints of children or something on their radio show. So Bibleman and his sidekicks, who never seem to do anything and really just kind of seem to stand there and pose menacingly in their really terrible outfits. I will admit this, they put a little more money, more than like $10 into the costumes, but they still look like shit. So there's that. Oh, and the special effects got worse somehow. And I'm not sure how that's even possible, because, I mean, it's clear they put more money into it, but somehow they look less real. Like, they had this explosion because they like blow up their base or whatever, and they run off with this like box thing. I guess is where they're using their radio thing, but it's literally a box with like a satellite antenna strapped to it, like duct tape onto it. But anyway, they have a fight with this guy, and they give some lame Bible verse, and then their Bibleman kills them, because apparently Bibleman just kills these guys. Again, I think they're demons, so I guess that makes it okay, but he literally cuts them, and then both of them, and they disintegrate, I mean, a discount cyborg, I guess his name is, Carrie. He says his name. I don't know what his superhero name is, but Carrie, like, blocks, because he has these, like, frisbee things? Bibleman's got his banana popsicle still. Don't remember what the blonde girl had, because she really doesn't do much except stand there and, again, look like a puppet. Carrie's got these like frisbee things that he uses to block one of their attacks, because they've got like these bow things that glow. And anyway, they beat them both, and then the Weiner brothers disintegrate, and then they're stuck there with this box thing that again looks like it has a satellite TV antenna duct tape to it, and they're like, what are we gonna do with it? What did they call it? It was like the Wininator, the wine somethinginator, but they get some heavy duty, like, construction equipment, They pick it up and they like smash it, and again it has like the fakest explosion I've ever seen. It's amazing. Like I think I've made this joke before, but I think it would have looked more real as if a guy had come out with like a piece of paper and it just held up. That was a drawing of an explosion. That would have looked more real. It was bad. So now we get to the new intro, which is different. So apparently this isn't just a different actor playing Bibleman, but it's a new Bibleman altogether, which I guess was the right move. Because, I mean, this new guy is clearly younger and much better shape than the original Bibleman. The intro starts with, he was this kid named John Carpenter who didn't take the Bible seriously. And it shows him, like, having a rough time. And by that, I mean, like, this kid is dealing with, like, middle-class white people problems. Like, he's got a D on his math test. He got pushed in the hallway. There's a scene of his parents having an argument. Clearly this kid has, been through the shit, right? Like, this is this kid's struggles, right? His struggles before he found God. And he just finds a Bible under his bed, and then he dedicates his life to Jesus, and then he grows up. Suddenly he goes from like 10 to 30. But again, he's still wearing the same polo shirt. It's mind-bogglingly bad. It's actually worse as an intro. At least the other one had Miles Peterson, screaming into the rain, which was amazing. This is just weird. Oh, and the song is way worse too. I don't know what was going on with that. But anyway, so we go to back to a school where we have our new villain called the Cheater, who looks like a pedophile version of Gambit. Let me describe this guy. Like, I had so many notes on what this guy was. What the hell was going on, right? Like, I don't even know how this guy got into this school, because I mean, he's wearing a fedora. He's got like the ridiculous makeup where he's like super pale. He's wearing sunglasses, like really cheap $3 sunglasses you can get at a Target. He's got gym shorts over like that that morph material stuff, like morph suit material people wear, like spandex. It's like spandex material. He's wearing that underneath his gym shorts. He's got like a vest on and a bow tie, and he's wearing Converse for some reason. Like, what is going on with this dude? And this dude is such a chucklehead. Like, the entire show, he's just giggling the entire time. And his evil plan, by the way, is to help children cheat on like their math tests. That's his evil plan. He wants to help kids cheat on their math tests. I'm just sitting there like, doesn't the devil have better things to do? I would feel like the devil would have better things to do. Why is he worried about whether, little Billy is cheating on his math test or not? But, like, it was so shifty because this dude walks up, he puts up a sign over the choir door. Like, they have a choir sign for, like, the choir class. He puts this sign that says homework help, and it's misspelled. This man wants to tutor kids, and he goes in there, and it's like this little ginger kid and this little white girl, and I literally had them named because I don't remember the names, as ginger kid and little white girl. They see the sign and they're like worried about the upcoming Bible Bowl, which is the whole plot of the story revolves around this Bible Bowl, which again I think it's implied that this is school, like a public school. So this is all really disturbing. Yeah. Anyway, so they decide to go get tutored, and like I don't know how anyone falls for this. Like I had to put here, the only cheating this guy is doing is on the kid he has tied up in his basement. The only way that this scene makes sense when he goes and talks to these kids, go talk to him, is one of them ends up on a milk carton. But like the kids sit there and he's all like, oh, I can help you, with your tests or whatever, and he gives them like these glowing green cards for his website, I guess. And like they're glowing green, like, and I don't know why these kids just grab them. After that, right, he talks with them. They take these cards. They're not so sure, like Ginger Kid seems to be pretty excited about this. Little white girl's not so sure. Little Ginger Kid says, hey, you can use this for the Bible Bowl. And the cheater goes, oh, really? What did you say? They tell him about the Bible Bowl and he gets super excited, right? So it pans over to Bibleman and his friends, and they're playing a trivia game, like really lame trivia game with Bible verses. And God, I remember doing this in Sunday school, and it sucked then too. What they'll do for anybody that didn't have to deal with this crap growing up is they'll give you in Sunday school, they usually had youth class, right? And it would give you homework basically, where they would have you memorize certain verses, and then the next week you would have a little trivia game, and usually they would reward you with like candy or some other shit you probably shouldn't be giving kids. My fat ass only memorized them for free candy, but it's Bibleman and his teammates. They're like a squad, and it's weird too because they mentioned something about like Bible Girl, who's like running this little test, mentions like home base or something. So like, is like Bibleman part of like a squad or like a one base, or what's going on with that? Also, what was really mind-boggling to me was just like they're all dressed. The first thing that came to mind when I saw them, they're all wearing these like weird jumpsuits with like name tags. They looked like those cultists from Heaven's Gate, before they went to go like kill themselves to see the Martians. That's what came to mind. They look like those guys, like the cultists from the Heaven's Gate cult. I guess is appropriate. But yeah, they're all wearing like jumpsuits for some reason. And then like black guy, is upset because his name's Carrie and his son, but he wants to be known as like KT or something. He rips off his name tag and it says KT and he laughs. And that's supposed to be funny, I guess. We pan back to the cheater. So he's sneaking his little glowing green cards into people's backpacks. Like, these kids just left their backpacks in the hallway for some reason. Like, what kid is just leaving their backpack in the hallway? And he's chuckling the entire time, like, giggling up a storm. This dude, I don't know what he was on. Like, this dude was having a blast. At least this guy was having fun. So he's giving out these glowing green cards, and it's showing different kids looking at them and getting excited about cheating. And he's just chuckling like a dork. And then it goes to Bibleman and his guys dressed up. And again, they're in a school and they're talking about this Bible Bowl thing. So this is another thing. Like I mentioned this before in the other episode. Bibleman doesn't seem to actually go out and hunt down criminals. He seems to just kind of go around and talk to kids, which is disturbing. Josh and his friends they're talking with the kids about the Bible Bowl. I don't know. It was kind of weird. They were like jumping between stuff. But yeah, they're back at the Bible Bowl, or they're talking about the Bible Bowl with these kids. They tell them it's on Saturday. While they're doing this, I guess Carrie spots gym shorts, in the background, and they go and they follow him into this room, and they've got these like bouncy slides, right? Like they got these two bouncy slides and this bouncy castle in the background, and Jim Short starts throwing his cards. Like I said, like a really bad Gambit. He's like a really shitty Gambit that is way too excited to be around children. If they ever do the gritty remake of Bibleman, we could change this villain into a much darker character. I'm just saying. But anyway, so Jim Shorts can like teleport, and he's like throwing his cards, and they're like deflecting them with their swords and stuff, and then they also do like a weird somersault for some reason. Like they literally do like 3 somersaults for no fucking reason. Then the cheater runs out of cards, so in order to get away, he can apparently shrink down to a really small size. He shrinks down to a really small size, and then like I guess the Bible crew lose him, because then it like a sign comes up, and they do this occasionally where this random thing will show up and it'd be like, going back to the cheater's base or whatever. So we go back to the cheater's base, and I guess Lucy's back, but it's clearly voiced by a different woman. She sounds way more attractive than the original Lucy, so that's pretty cool. Also, Eunice is back. That was the name of the good computer, by the way. I think it's supposed to be the same chick, too, that plays both of them. Cheater is sitting there, and Lucy tells him that they've managed to hack into Eunice's computer and found the answers to the Bible Bowl questions, which clearly these stakes could not be any higher, right? So Bibleman's talking in front of a class again, and he finds out about the cheater giving out cards and stuff, because like when he had that fight, right, he starts suspecting things, and then like one of these kids comes up that had gotten the card in his, and she's a freaking narc, dude. She's just like, I found this card and then I called it, and it told me it could help me cheat, and I was scared, so I hung it up, hung up the phone or whatever. And she just gives the card to Bibleman, and he's like, you did the right thing. She does this after he's like given this really creepy speech where he's, again, I don't know if this is a public school. I hope it's not a public school, but I think it's supposed to be a public school, and he's just like, just proselytizing to all these kids. Real disturbing. Yeah, so she gives him the card, and they're like, oh man, what's this about, right? I guess they go back to home base, and Eunice finds out she was hacked. At this point, Bibleman and his guys decide they're going to change the questions. They have to prepare for battle for this Bible Bowl. The little white girl's like reading her Bible just before the thing, and like Ginger Kid comes up and says he ordered this thing from the cheater's website, and it's basically just like a little headset. You can put a thing in her ear and he'll tell her the answers, and like she's like, I don't know about that. I guess she just kind of goes around with it because she's so nervous for this test, which again, who cares? These stakes are so freaking uninspiring. Like, it's mind-boggling that anyone would care about this. I remember being in like Sunday school and having these tests or these quizzes, and they try to make a big deal. No one cared. Like, oh, you get a little prize, like whip-de flippin' doodah, dude. Like, I don't care. This is still stupid, and I only got, I only had to go because I was made to. Pan to just before the big quiz, right? They're standing on the stage, which is clearly got like 10 people in the audience. And it's on cinder blocks, like the stage. It's really weird. Bible Girl gets a note from Bibleman to come back to base. She's like, she talks to, the chipmunk in a wig and tells her, I got to go back to base. You can run this Bible Bowl tournament for me if I don't get back. So she goes down a hallway, and there's a sign that literally says shortcut with an arrow, and it's clearly paper. She falls for a Looney Tune gag. She's like, oh boy, a shortcut, and goes back there and runs into the cheater. Like, they start talking, and she's like, your little cheating isn't going to work because we changed the answers. And he's like, oh, that really sucks. And like, she's like, I'd love to stick around and hear your plans, but I got to get back to base or whatever. And he's like, oh, you'll stick all right. I had to write that line down because like, this guy is so freaking weird. But the line, you'll stick all right. Like, what are you going to do to her, man? Like, he sticks Bible Girl with his cards, which apparently not only cut stuff, but can also get people stuck to walls. Bibleman and Carrie show up just before she starts, and he's like, I didn't send any message, and so they go find Bible Girl. Yeah, Bible Girl, by the way. I mean, this is a full-grown woman. I don't know why they call her Bible Girl. Cheater is waiting for Bibleman and Carrie, and they get trapped because they're trying to help her, because he keeps telling them to try to help her get free and like do exactly what he tells them to do. So they get caught up in it, and then the cheater goes back there, and Ginger's trying to help little white girls cheat, but they change all the answers. But he shrinks down to like small size so that he can sit on his shoulders and help, I guess. I don't know why shrinking down made it easier for him to help this kid cheat. Ginger Kid's like, I don't know if we should be doing this. This seems like a bad idea. And it's like, oh no, trust date rape in a vest, guys. So Cheater shrinks down again, and Bibleman, of course, prays to get free. But just before that, by the way, Carrie sees a sign pop down that says the easy way out, and he grabs it, and it's a trap. Twice these people have fallen for like blatantly obvious traps, and it's amazing. But anyway, so like Bibleman and them pray, and there's like this big flash of light, and they're all free all of a sudden. So they run back there, and I guess Ginger Kid decides it's a bad idea what they were doing, and he flicks the cheater off his shoulder. And a little white girl is like repeating everything he's saying, so she sounds like she's crazy on stage, right? And everyone's laughing, and then she gets caught cheating, so she admits that she cheated and she apologizes. Of course, it doesn't mean much when you got caught cheating already and then you apologize. Whatever. It's all stupid anyway. So the cheater gets back up after being flicked off Ginger Kid's shoulder, and he looks up, and there's Bibleman and Bible Girl and Carrie. He turns back to normal size, and he runs out there to sabotage the Bible Bowl, and like everyone starts running away from this guy. Which, okay, this dude's not exactly like, I mean, I don't know. If I saw this dude, I don't think I'd be running in terror. I'd probably be laughing my ass off. But he starts like knocking shit down, and like they start having a talk. Of course they're like, oh, God beat you in the end, blah, blah, blah. You're just a demon. Some lame Bible verse. Bibleman shows up, and they have a sword fight, and then like Bibleman stabs him. At first I thought Bibleman killed him, which I guess I shouldn't be shocked at this point, because he's killed people already. He's killed like several demons or people or whatever they are. But he stabs him in his little shrink ray, and he disappears. Cheater shrinks, and he's out in some random wood somewhere, and I guess he can't find batteries to turn back to normal size. It pans back to the end of the tournament or whatever, and then like they're announcing the winner, and then like Bibleman goes up to Ginger Kid and little white girl, and it's all like oh, I hope you guys learned a lesson, and they're like, oh yeah, we learned not to cheat. So then there's that thing where at the end of the episode where when Bibleman finishes the show, he talks to you. And he's like, hey, listen, kids, why don't you repeat this magic chant for me? And repeat this weird chant and join my cult with my angry sky daddy, right? He has the sidekicks behind him repeating it deadpan with like these like glazed over eyes. And it's really disturbing. Like I was like, what the hell is going on? And then, oh man, at the end of it, they have this really painful Christian, like this generic rock music play. Because, Jesus can rock, man. Like you're just sitting there like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's like, it's like someone's farting on a guitar in the end of it, and they have they're showing like pictures of different characters and different scenes in the episode and setting it up to look like comic book boxes or whatever. I don't know which one I enjoyed more, the first one or the first one I did or this one. I'll say this one. I mean, it had a lot more side characters. It kind of made it hard to follow sometimes because they had so many characters I didn't care about. I mean, I guess it's got better budget. I miss the charms of old Bibleman. There's only one Bibleman for me, guys. While the cheater was certainly had his own charm, he was certainly not a Dr. Fear to me. That guy, I don't think they'll ever truly replace him. I wonder what happened to Miles Peterson. Maybe I'm going to find another episode where they explain that, or if they ever do. Anyway, guys, so that's this. Sorry if I sound like I was kind of rambling or a little bit incoherent, but I did have a little bit of liquid courage before I watched this a second time, because good lord. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was pretty fun. Laugh my ass off at this. It's bad. Don't show this to your kids, guys. hopefully you're all having a good night, and we're getting back into the podcast. I'm doing this side stuff. I've been trying to do more stuff to catch up because we went a while without doing stuff, about 4 months, and I felt bad about that. So I've been trying to do a bunch of episodes, and we're going to start doing some stuff we can just crank out. Sorry about that, guys, to our 9 viewers and our 3 subscribers on YouTube, and I think we have 2 subscribers on BitChute. So hopefully you're having a good night. Hopefully you get a good laugh out of this. Like I said, guys, if you want to go check out this nightmare, you can find all the episodes on YouTube for free, and you can watch the full episodes. It's amazing. Anyway, have a good night.